She wasn't due back for 3 days. I'd replayed that last message more times than I cared to admit. Don't wait up. Work trip. 8 words, so casual they could have come from a stranger. I answered with 3, already no. I sent it an hour after her flight took off, not because I suspected anything yet, but because I wanted her to wonder what I meant. At 2 a.m. the phone lit up. Her name. I picked up before the second ring. A man's voice, low and unsteady. "Sir, I think you need to see this." That was the moment the air in the room turned cold. That was the moment I stopped feeling human. I met Elena 8 years earlier in a rundown downtown gallery. Her heels announced her like she owned destiny itself. Her smile was slow, unhurried, as if time belonged to her instead of the other way around. She talked about art critics the way soldiers talk about snipers. They can end you from a mile away and you'll never see the shot coming. We built a life in careful layers. Mortgage first, then her modest home decor business, her dream. My software job was steady, dull, invisible. She said she loved the stability. It gave her room to breathe, to create. I thought us was part of that breathing space. It wasn't. It was just freedom. When she got promoted to project lead at the consulting firm, she glowed. New suits, new perfume, new late nights. I told myself it was ambition. Only idiots think ambition travels alone. The first crack was quiet, a receipt folded in her purse. Champagne for 2, Ocean View hotel prices. Her excuse landed like ice on marble, corporate dinner. You wouldn't understand. She was right. I didn't. Then came the jokes at parties. He's the lucky one, she works so hard. Someone has to spoil her. Everyone assumed I should feel grateful to orbit her son. The night she left for the regional conference, she didn't kiss me goodbye. Just grabbed her suitcase and said, "I'll call if I can." Not when, if. I watched her drive away and smiled. Not because I'd lost her, but because I'd already found what I needed. 6 weeks earlier I'd noticed the name repeating in her calendar. Weekly, sometimes twice. Labeled review. Overnight. Travel. Not a client. Not a contractor. Her boss. I didn't confront her. I hired a private investigator. He barely raised an eyebrow, just pulled the text she'd forgotten to delete. He sighed. Classic. You sure you want the details? I was sure. Hotel confirmations on mute, Airbnb messages, receipts for lingerie I never saw her wear. And the voice note, he doesn't know anything. He never will. That sentence didn't kill love, love was already ashes. It killed restraint. I started moving quietly. Copied her financial passwords. Converted our joint assets into the business, now a sole proprietorship in my name only. Shifted money from her personal credit line into the company, then into an account she couldn't touch. All legal, all documented, all hers to explain later. I met with divorce attorneys. Chose the one who smiled when I said the word adultery. If you want to end her world, she said, do it clean. No fingerprints. I catalogued everything, dates, locations, photos, screenshots. His hand in her hair. Can't talk, husband's home. Book the room on your card. Call it a business expense. Pain became purpose. Purpose became pleasure. Then I waited for a moment worthy of her arrogance. The call came from her phone, but the voice was his. We met in a hotel lobby, marble floors gleaming like mirrors. He was pale, eyes darting. He slid his phone across the table like a confession. Please. She told me you knew. She said it was consensual. Consensual betrayal. How poetic. I didn't raise my voice. I set a USB drive between us, light as a raindrop. I know everything, I said. And at 8 a.m. your board will too. Harassment, misuse of funds, explicit material on company devices. He folded into the chair. Your wife said you were harmless. I almost laughed. Harmless is what wolves look like in children's books. He begged. Offered money. I told him there was only one way out. He would end it with her, publicly, permanently, in writing. I wrote the email. He typed it with shaking hands. Board CC'd, HR CC'd, legal CC'd, Elena CC'd. Subject, immediate termination of personal relationship. Reason, unethical conduct jeopardizing company integrity and my position as her superior. Send. The click was beautiful. She called me 12 minutes later, screaming like someone had driven a knife into her. Maybe I had. How could you? Do you know what you've done? Yes, I said, calm as winter. I put your future exactly where you left our marriage, in someone else's bed. She threatened divorce. I sent her the PDF, photos, receipts, texts, all tied to the business accounts she'd helped set up. Marital misconduct. Financial fraud. You'll lose everything, I said. I'll keep the house, the company, and whatever scraps of dignity are left. Silence. Then a sob so empty it echoed. She came home early. No suitcase, no pride. The door shut like the final frame of a film. She asked why I didn't just leave. I told her the truth. Leaving would have been mercy. You needed a lesson. Her eyes held terror, not remorse. That was the last insult. I walked past her, grabbed my jacket, and left. There was nothing more to say, nothing left to break. The divorce was final in 47 days. I never saw him again. Last I heard, he teaches consulting ethics at a community college. She lives with her sister now. Art doesn't sell as well when shame is the only color on the canvas. People say revenge is poison. They're wrong. Poison kills fast. Revenge teaches. And I sleep just fine.